once again, Wildcats, and welcome to a new season of Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. My name is Paul Roper, joined by the head football coach at Davidson College, Scott Abel, as the Wildcats get ready to open the season at our nation's capital against the Georgetown Hoyas. We're here in the brand new facilities at Davidson College Stadium, and Coach, this is my first time here. You've been in here a few months, and now you've got time to kind of assess the new digs. What does it mean to have these facilities become a real thing and be a part of it here at Davidson College?
Well, I've said this often, it's hard to put it into words, really what this means for our program, the history of what Davidson football is, and all the alums that put so much time and effort into seeing this come true for our program. And I'm excited for our players. I'm excited for our team. And what it means for us personally, day to day, is we get to live incredibly efficiently compared to what we used to live like, right? Our locker room, our workout space, our practice facility, our game facility, our meeting rooms are all right here. And that really has made camp organizationally a complete game changer for us each and every day.
Player who's been a game changer since last season is Mari Adams, and he received some great preseason recognition last month on the watch list for the Walter Payton Award. What kind of growth have you seen from Mari and the rest of the O-backs leading into this season?
Well, I think what you see is just confidence, right? Last year this time, coming into the year, we had lost roughly 3,000 yards of rushing offense and a lot of untested, backfield guys coming into the season. This year, there are veterans, right? We lost some guys up front. We lost some wideouts out wide, but we returned the running back core, and they come in with a lot more confidence than they did last year. Mari is a talented guy who works really hard day in and day out, leads by example, right? His running mate, Mason, right? I say we had 2,000-yard rushers last year, and we're very blessed that way. And, I'm excited for what's ahead for them.
You touched on it. You lost a few starters up front in the O-line, and one of the players that's returning is Malik McDaniel, who will feature this week on our player profile. What does Malik bring to the table as one of the seniors on this offensive line?
Well, the first thing he brings is enthusiasm and love for the game. Malik's been a 4-year starter since his day he stepped on campus. He's physical. He moves well for a guy his size, but he loves the game, and that shows up every day at practice. He leads with incredible character behind it, right? He's one of those guys in your program that you never have to worry about. Is he making the right decision? Is he doing the right thing? Because each and every day I know he is, and very blessed that he's a Wildcat. Excited for him as being a captain, his first year doing this, and he's just done a tremendous job leading through camp.
On the defensive side of the ball, Daniel Carter, Julian Rollins, Darren Kindles, all the defensive team captains. What should we expect from the defense this season?
Well, growth, right? Hopefully a different level of maturity, right? And I've seen that in camp. I've seen us mature. We return a lot of experience on that side of the football. And so, early in the season, we're going to need that experience to show up. And we need to be consistent, right? And that's, we had flashes of being really good on defense last year, but we just not as consistent as we need to be. And that's what we hope this growth will be for us. A more consistent unit, a unit that plays with that same passion, but now we do it each and every week, each and every play.
As you get ready for this week's season opener, what has really stood out the most to you from this group leading up to the season?
Well, quite a few things. Obviously, you go through 5 weeks of camp leading up to your first game. A lot of things jump out at you. The first thing is, we are young in some spots on offense, right? Maybe a little younger than I anticipated. Some of that's due to, we have some soft tissue injuries with some offensive guys that have slowed down maybe the growth of what I'd like to see in camp from an offensive side, and makes it feel a little younger than maybe it actually is, right? When you return your starting quarterback, you return your running back core, right? A guy like Aaron Mahone and our tight end room who's really talented. But we did graduate some guys up front that played a lot of snaps for us, right? We graduated some guys out wide, and Mark and Max and Clarence who made big plays for us each and every week. And so, catching those young guys up has been important for us on offense. And defensively, what stood out to me is we run really well. And if we can run and be disciplined behind that on defense, right, that's really good news for us on that side of the football. And then we believe we have one of the best weapons in our league in our kicking game. And that's something maybe I don't emphasize a lot and talk about in some of these talk shows, our kicking game. But Zoo is just a year older, a year more confident, incredibly strong leg, and he'll be doing both right now. He'll be kicking for us and punting for us, and I'm excited for him and what he brings to us in all phases of the game.
Georgetown is a familiar opponent for Davidson fans. It's going to be the 14th time that they've faced each other on the gridiron since 1999, but the first time since 2019. What should we expect from this week's opponent, the Hoyas?
Well, it's the second time I've seen them in my time here, right? And they've changed quite a bit as their league has changed through the years, right? The Patriot League just this past year went full scholarship, right? They were, partial scholarship program up until then. Now they're full scholarship, and with that changes expectations in their program and their league, and that's going to be a great test for us, right? We always say these out-of-conference games against scholarship FCS programs really help us measure ourselves as we get ready for PFL play. This will be no different. This will be a great test for us, where we are right now, where we need to go, things we need to improve on. They're coached really well. We cross-recruit at times, right? There's some players that are looking at both schools. And so I think we're somewhat familiar with their roster to an extent. But the fact that we haven't played them since 2019, nobody on this roster has seen them, right? So, we're just excited to play somebody in a different color uniform, excited to see somebody else on the other side of the line, and that should be a great game for our program, and it should be a great atmosphere for us and Georgetown.
Well, we're excited to get it going in D.C. Coach, best of luck this week and this season. Always good to check in with you.
Thanks, Paul.
He's head coach Scott Abel. I'm Paul Roper. Thanks for joining us for Coach's Corner. Stay tuned to the Pepsi pregame show on the Davidson Sports Network from Learfield. It starts at 12 noon with kickoff at 12:30 from Washington, D.C. Until next week, Wildcat Nation.